Hey Cancer, I'm David and welcome to Boogie Intuition. I'm here today to do your tarot reading. I hope all of you are doing well out there. I know it's pretty early for me. Hopefully you guys also have a good start of your day. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Show me Cancer's energy. Show me Cancer's energy. Show me Cancer. I feel like I'm struggling shuffling today. This is so weird. Show me Cancer's energy. Show me Cancer's energy. So we have a five of cups coming out for you, Cancer. Regret, failure, disappointment. What has you clarify the five of clubs? Clarify the five of clubs. Clarify the five of clubs. We have the two of wands, planning, progress, making decisions. Hmm. You know what? I'm getting I'm getting so far, Cancer. Maybe something fell through because it was poorly planned. Like I'm not sure if it was you who failed to plan or if it was just somebody that you was working alongside with that that you entrusted to do the planning or to take the lead on something where it's something they didn't do a sufficient job. Now don't get me wrong, this could be you, so I'm not because I did ask it to show me your energy. For you it comes out as like you feeling a little bit upset or frustrated that something didn't go well, and it seemed like currently is due to like lack of planning. So this could be you, but it also could be how you feel about someone else. Like you feel like they didn't properly take the proper leadership and plan something out good. Um, show me what Cancer should be focusing on right now. Show me what Cancer should be focusing on right now. Show me what Cancer should be focusing on. So we have the Five of Swords in reverse. Past resentment, desire to reconcile, making amends, desire to forgive. Okay, well, for some of you, again, like it's not really clear on whether or not it was you who failed to plan or somebody else, but at least with the Five of Swords, there seems to be a urge, or maybe you should consider like forgiving yourself or forgiving the person who let things fall apart. I guess no one is perfect, so I always hold space for like people, I guess, being part of something that just it didn't turn out or pan out. As long as I guess in my opinion it's always good to focus on someone's intention. As long as they try to do their best, maybe that should be the primary focus. Show me Cancer in their past energy. Show me Cancer in their past energy. Oof, this card flipped out. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Hard work, productivity, routine. Oh, shoot. Yeah, now I'm getting. I feel like this is definitely somebody else's energy now. Because with the Nine of Pentacles representing your past energy, I feel like this is possibly something, at least for some of you, maybe this was a, I guess it was one area that you typically would handle, but now that I'm getting like a new story in which maybe someone like offered to help you out, like probably in the past you had it all covered, but maybe to help alleviate some of your own workload, you entrusted some of the responsibility onto someone else, and that person didn't handle the new responsibility with care, or they just overlooked some factors to it that caused it to fall through. Yeah, that's something that I sometimes struggle with as well, like being able to entrust others with some of my own, I guess, workload. But from what I've been told and I've been learning is like one, like again, no one is perfect, and also sometimes you have to be willing to allow others to fail so they can have the opportunity to grow and learn from their past mistakes as well, or their own mistakes. So don't beat yourself up too bad. Show me Cancer's current strength. Show me a strength of Cancer. The Two of Pentacles, multiple priorities, time management, adaptability. Yeah, with the Two of Pentacles, I definitely feel like this is something that you was used to maintaining, right? I feel that it's just something that you've been doing for such a long time, like managing multiple priorities or responsibilities. You've been very good with your own time management, and excuse me. And I just feel that whatever this was, you tried to test someone to see if they can take on one of your responsibilities, and they just so happened to, I guess, they didn't do it perfectly. But yeah, you yourself, you already had it like figured out. It was the only thing though, the only caveat to that is that there does seem like a little bit of there's does the excuse me there does seem to be a piece of you that acknowledge that you were working very hard. So maybe that's why you open up to considering like accepting the help. Show me the near future for Cancer. Oh, this one to flip out. So we have the Eight of Swords, negative thoughts, self-imposed restrictions, imprisonment, victim mentality. For that being your near future, Cancer, I think at least how it comes to me, you you can't pick and choose to have both. Like I I guess for me the way I connect or understand this, or at least in my opinion, although I prefer to do everything as much as I can by myself, I realize like the more I try to take on everything myself, one, I'm just increasing my own workload, which is fine because it helps me make sure everything goes or meets my expectation. However, from my own experience, it's okay to allow other people to fail. That's kind of like in the contrast. Yes, it does makes it does open yourself up to having to deal with something not being done to your standards or how you prefer it to be done, but it also gives your colleagues, if this is a colleague, it could be someone that's not, or it could just be someone on your team, but again, that's the same as a colleague. But by entrusting someone, and this could show up in your personal life too, just a FYI, but allowing someone to assist you, there's a part of it that yes, they might not do it to how you prefer it to be done, but you present them with the opportunity to learn, but also um you just have to expect that or leave space for them not doing it perfectly. But As long as you like properly guide them as best you can, and like I guess leave some space for something to not go exactly how you expect it, just let it go. Like just if you really care, and if it wasn't something that's fully uh salvageable, just take the time to like talk with the person after the fact, like, okay, you did this wrong, maybe you should have said this differently, because that's how you I feel as people we are meant to learn from each other. So although you might have negative thoughts about this person or whatever fell through, you can also take that time to create a teachable moment so that that person don't feel like you just completely upset with them. Show me what approach or action should cancer be taking right now. Show me what approach or action should cancer be taking. The Ace of Swords. All right. Mental clarity, breakthroughs, new ideas, success, sharp-minded, new conflict. Yeah, I think with the Ace of Swords, it's sort of giving me a thought that once you calm down, just take the time to like talk through whatever went wrong with the person, like with this person. I would suggest that you don't try to, I guess, attack them in front of a group of people, because that might create a it could possibly make the situation worse. But in I guess when times presents itself, try to have a one-on-one with this person, and try to at least, what I would suggest, try to frame the conversation where you're not like trying to attack them, but you're just trying to um and essentially train them, but you don't want to make it seem like you're just not coming from a place of understanding, because you got to think about, at some point maybe you wasn't an expert in whatever this was, so maybe you just, either you just had someone that trained you better, or it just came to you naturally. You got to keep in mind that we all like slightly different, so some things come easier to others compared to myself. So, and then vice versa. There's some things I catch on, and we all have like different learning styles as well. So always keep that in mind. Show me what else cancer needs to be aware of. Show me what else cancer needs to be aware of. Read the Five of Wands. Competitive, rivalry, conflict, disagreements, strife, tension. Yeah, yeah. Be careful with how you approach this person. Like, I was just like, you don't want to. There's nothing wrong with, like, there's a little bit of competition, but also like I'm not sure if this could be like, maybe part of you is afraid or concerned. Maybe this person is potentially trying to take your job. I think as long as you have to really evaluate which parts of your, I guess, your responsibility you're willing to like allocate or assign to the next person. But if you're concerned that someone might actually risk, or I guess present a challenge to you where they might try to vouch or steal some of your job, or take over your job, just, I don't know. Honestly, in my opinion, I feel a little bit torn about that, because I do think um people who have that mindset of like, I want to protect everything I do, all the knowledge I've obtained to secure my space or my position, to me that feels like a very selfish type of mentality. And it says, I understand it, especially if it's like this is how you earn your living, but I also think sometimes individuals don't create opportunities for the next person to step into, if that makes any sense. Like, unless you have set your mind up, like your current position, your current job, your current role is like the end of your whole journey. If you feel like you're also like on your own path, I do think sometimes once you become an expert and what you're currently doing, naturally it's good to plan like your own next like position or transition where maybe you're gonna move into a bigger role, or it could be with the same or a different company, but you just trying to hold on to what you currently have in place. It's kind of like creating like a little bit friction of what the universe has planned for you. And sometimes I feel like that could also show up as like a resistance to change. And sometimes I feel like when you try to resist change too much, you create this, you make the situation worse essentially. So I'm not sure if that's something that you might find yourself in, and it's weird that I had to say that this time, but I feel like sometimes we've because I'm guilty of it as well, where we fight so hard to maintain everything or control of everything. But I think naturally things are meant to change, and maybe by you showing the next person some of the things you do, you can help elevate them, but also possibly open the door or start to open the door to your next opportunity. Show me Cancer's hope or fears. Show me Cancer's hope or fears. That flipped over, but I'm not. Let me see. Let me. Yeah. Three of Swords, heartbreak, suffering, grief, emotional pain, sorrow, hurt. I mean, it's understandable. Like, I think you just try to protect your own interests. I get it. Like, based on what I just was saying, it's a little bit uncertain. Like, you don't. There's certain parts that you don't want to have to deal with. Say, yeah, you trying to avoid any. You trying to avoid anything that would make your that would affect how things are going for you. That's what I'm getting from the three of swords, which I get it, right? And that could be also including like someone possibly trying to take your job. Show me the potential future of Cancer. Show me the potential future of Cancer. So the Knight of Swords, ambitious, action oriented, driven to survive, fast thinking, defending beliefs. Yeah, I don't think you're at the end of your journey. At least whoever's story this is, I feel like you are not at your final destination. And I'm not trying to play on the movie. I'm just thinking you, overall you're so concerned about maintaining what's yours, but I think you're just currently at a pit stop. I think right now the at least the cards, the energy shows that there's more for you to chase out of. And although this is like your current, like the way things are for you currently, that's not gonna be your all. I mean, that's not gonna be everything. And I think this is why it's encouraging you to, I think, create like a teachable moment, or this could just be uh a a suggestion for you to also potentially change your mindset around this type of dynamic where don't be so resistant to teaching, say, someone that's coming up behind you, because maybe once you do that, over time, the you will start to understand, okay, maybe I could start planning for my next position. Or maybe some people will just notice that naturally and start to like think of you more highly, or you will start to gain favor from people seeing you stepping into this more leadership role. I would say like if you are a Cancer that's already like a business owner, or you run your, yeah, excuse me, I was about to say the same thing. If you run your own business, I think when you also create these teachable moments, this possibly could open the door for you to be less involved in the day-to-day operations, and over time you can only need to like touch in maybe once or a few times a week, and then it allows you to focus on new endeavors that you want to chase after or attract more business or focus on more of a attraction of new things versus being so involved in the day to day. So that's another way you could think about it as well. Overall, this is the energy I picked up for you guys. I'm interested to know how you guys feel about it. If you resonated with any of this, please let me know in the comment. If you like this video, please consider giving a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. Besides that, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll talk to you again soon.